Hi there! In this video, we're gonna look at 3 important reading skills. First, distinguishing between facts and opinions. Second, making inferences and drawing conclusions. Finally, we will be looking at connotations, which will help you make inferences or draw conclusions, and determine the author's attitude. Let's start with the first one. The information in a text consists of facts and opinions. Facts are statements that you can prove. For example, light like heat is a form of energy, or all living things need water to exist. These are general truths, and they don't change from person to person. You could look up the information in a book or check online resources to prove the statement to be true. Examples of this kind of information are statistics, proper names, dates, true stories, and experiment results. However, an opinion reflects someone's views, beliefs, personal perspectives, or values. It relates to how someone feels about something. Others may agree or disagree with an opinion, but they cannot prove or disprove it. For example, computers are good for children. This is an opinion because many people would disagree with this idea. There is no way to prove it to be true. So, why is understanding facts and opinions so important? The ability to distinguish between fact and opinion helps students develop their critical and analytical skills in both their reading and their listening. If you're able to recognize their differences between facts and opinions, you know what to believe and what to consider as someone's perspective. It's an essential skill to avoid being manipulated easily. Now it's time to practice. Pause the video, read the statements, and decide whether they are facts or opinions. Now let's analyze some of the statements. The first one is a fact because you can verify it by doing research, like checking online resources or looking up the information in encyclopedia. Percentages, statistical data help me identify facts. Let's look at the next statement. This is an opinion. Opinions are usually stated by using words such as think, believe, feel, may, might, or best. Here, I have noticed an adverb, probably, and a modal verb, may. These words signal an opinion. Now look at the clue words highlighted in green and blue and check your answers. Drawing conclusions refers to information that is implied or inferred. This means that the information is never clearly stated. Understanding this hidden or implied information in a text requires critical reading as well as a good knowledge of vocabulary. To draw your conclusions, you need to pay attention to the writer's choice of words and phrases. Now, let's take a look at the examples in our book. Please pause the video, read the short texts, and choose the ideas that you think are possible inferences and conclusions. Let's analyze some of the statements. The highlighted sentences can be inferred from these texts. In reading the first sentence, I can infer that Stanley Williams went to prison because he was a criminal. So being a gang member and a murder are serious crimes, so it is obvious that he was a criminal. His books must be interesting, as the books of the best-selling author can't be ordinary. Let's look at the next statement. If children know everything about the war in Sierra Leone, it's possible to say that there is a war there and children are used in this war. Normally, children shouldn't be exposed to war and people killing each other, So we can also say that it's wrong to make children fight. Now, you can check the others by yourselves. While expressing your ideas, communicating with those around you, the words you use matter. A connotation is commonly understood cultural or emotional association that any given word or phrase carries. Implied meaning. On the other hand, denotation is dictionary definition, literal meaning. A connotation is frequently described as either positive or negative. The words that you use can be neutral as well, depending on how they are used. These words are going to influence the way people feel and think. If you're unaware of the connotations of words, you cannot fully understand what you're reading, or you may misunderstand the ideas the authors are trying to convey. Now let's compare the meanings of the same word in these examples. The family has 3 homes, an apartment in New York, a country house in Pine Plains, and a beach house in the Hamptons. In this sentence, the word home refers to a place where people live. But look at the second one. Our new house doesn't feel like a home yet. Here, the same word home refers to a place which gives us pleasant feelings like love, comfort, and safety. Now, let's study this short paragraph and focus on the writer's choice of words to express his or her feelings. This text is about the use of child labor in silk industry. Apparently, the writer feels sorry for the children who work in sericulture units. From the expression the profit-hungry owners of sericulture units, I can understand that the author blames the owners of these units. Finally, a narrow matchbox-like space where children work makes us think that they work in inhuman conditions. Now, pause the video, read the following sentences and match them with the meanings expressed by the underlined words. Now you can check your answers. Now, pause the video again. Compare the following sentences and choose the one that expresses a stronger meaning. Here are the answers. Now let's do the first one together. I have some juicy gossip for you, and I have some interesting news for you. Which one has a stronger meaning? The word juicy is an informal connotation of interesting. Juicy gossip means very interesting gossip, especially when slightly scandalous or improper. It has a stronger meaning compared to interesting news. Now look at the other highlighted words and compare their meanings. In the last example, you're expected to read the short text and underline the words which help you to understand the writer's attitude and feelings. Then, answer the questions. Here are the answers. That's all for today's lesson. Bye!